welcome to Dropkick the Commute for August 7th, 2024.
Hi.
We're just a few days away from me flying up, doing an in-person episode, and going to see Bill Murray. Galeer, how does that make you feel?
Hi.
That's it? Just hi?
I'm very excited. In case you weren't able to tell.
Oh, I'm so hyped. It's gonna be fire.
Oh, I'm very hyped. It's going to be amazing. And
yeah.
I can't wait to see your beautiful face once again.
And I'm there for more than like 12 hours.
I know, yeah, which is great. You know, you can hang out a little bit.
Hell yeah, brother. We got a lot to cover. Of course, we had our SummerSlam episode, so if you want to go listen to our thoughts about SummerSlam, go check out that episode, Reaction to SummerSlam. It was good.
SummerSlam.
So we are going to talk about the weekly shows that came up, you know, in between SummerSlam, because we covered SummerSlam. So now we're going to talk about all the weekly stuff. We got Smackdown, Rampage, Collision, Raw, and Great American Bash Night 2. I did want to talk about TNA, but I didn't have a chance to watch it yet.
I watched the wedding, and then I watched the Nick Nemeth match, because they were both on YouTube.
Okay, how were those, if you want to talk about them real quick?
The wedding was fantastic. It was as a wrestling wedding would go. Santino officiated it, and at the part where they were like, "Oh, does anybody object to these two getting married?" AJ Francis showed up with Rich Swann.
Okay.
And he was just kind of like, "Oh, hey, I'm AJ Francis. I'm just here to watch." And he did that, and then right before they were about to kiss the bride, or right after, I can't remember, Matt Cardona's music hits.
Oh my god.
And Matt Cardona shows up, and there's like a story here, because he tags with Steph Delander, like on the indies.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of like, "Steph, what are you doing?" and she's like, "I'm getting married, love." Or she's Australian. She's like, "Oi, I'm getting married, cunt." Anyways.
And then I'm gonna get the Intercontinental.
Oh, we love Australia.
Oh boy.
So yeah, and that segment kind of ends. She just walks out of the wedding like crying, basically. She's pissed.
Yeah.
And then Mustafa and Nick Nemeth was exactly how you thought it would be. It was a really good first title defense for Nick Nemeth. It was Mustafa Ali's last match in TNA. His contract is up.
What? Actually?
Short contract. Yeah.
Oh, holy.
He even made like a presidential type letter to address the fans, and he was like, "These last 6 months have been crazy." And I was just like, damn, he was only signed for 6 months.
Yeah.
I didn't know contracts were that small, like in wrestling.
Do you think he's gonna resign, or do you think he's gonna go elsewhere?
I don't think he'll resign, but I don't think he'll stop showing up there. I think he'll still show up for like here and there.
He might just do like an indie tour or something.
Yeah, he might just be an indie guy, but everyone wants to be like, he's going to AEW.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over that like school of thought of being like, oh, they're leaving X company, so that means they must be going to Y company.
Yeah.
Because we saw how that went for AEW, and now they have too many people.
Right. Yeah, all these people, there's still so many people that are like, oh my god, this guy could be on AEW, we could have these matches, and like, no, that mindset does not work, because they have all these people, and they're not using them well. So it's
we were excited when it first happened, when AEW was signing people left and right from WWE. It was cool because it was fresh.
Yeah.
Now it's just a formula that we're used to, and we've seen the effects of it. So I don't think it can really... I mean, Mustafa Ali, don't get me wrong, would have some killer matches in AEW. Right. I just don't want to, like, immediately be like, he's going to AEW.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't want to see him go back to WWE, because we saw how he was treated there, and we see how like people returning to WWE kind of get treated if they're not Cody Rhodes. So
you do have Nia Jax, right? Rehired under Triple H, now the women's WWE champion. You know, Damage Control's kind of they've been kind of the whole time, but you know they did have some success towards the beginning of Damage Control there, and they're maybe kind of on the rise again, but I don't know, it doesn't really feel like it. But I'm trying to think of other examples. Who else
Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade's finally, like, we'll talk about Andrade in a minute, because on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But
I see Mustafa Ali just working the indies. Maybe he'll show up in AEW, but
yeah, I think he could have some massive success in the indies at this point, because like people know who he is. People just saw his TNA work, and
I'll throw him on GCW.
Yeah,
not mine, the real GCW.
Yeah. Right.
I feel like we gotta always have to make that distinction.
It's true. So yeah, I'll have to give TNA a watch because I'm a little behind. I want to keep up on TNA, but it's hard to, you know.
Yeah, Thursdays are a tough day for some reason, or if you're watching it Friday, that's also tough because it's Friday.
Yeah.
But I think what I'll probably end up doing is just watch this week's and kind of just get caught up that way.
Yeah.
And then I don't really know what's planned for this week either. So
yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
Let's talk about SmackDown. Obviously, there was a lot of build to SummerSlam on this episode of SmackDown, but there were some things that did happen. We had Andrade versus Carmelo 2. Do you think they're going to milk this feud now?
I think they're going to milk it because it's getting social media talking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. They can keep running that back, but WWE used to have a really bad problem with just recycling the same match over and over again. I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, they had Sheamus and Damian Priest in the same fucking match, like once every 2 weeks, and I was just like, what are we doing? Nothing's being advanced. It was just really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't beat a dead horse with this one. Again, it's one of those things where I feel like you can tell, like, once it gets past 3 matches, it's kind of like, all right, what's going on here? Like, are we...
I think at this point they need to, like, obviously the second match was still good. It was very good. They had a lot of cool spots, but they need to add some more story to it other than Carmelo being like, hey, I'm
add
new.
Another layer, whether that's like a story or something to build one of them or both of them up, or a stipulation of some sort. Like, just keep it interesting, because if they just keep having matches with like minimal interaction outside of the match, then it's just not gonna land for a lot of people.
Yeah. We also had LA Knight steal Logan Paul's Prime truck to build to their feud for SummerSlam. And Logan Paul was in the ring, and he's like, hey, I'm in Cleveland, and they're going to hang up this banner of me in this stadium. And he lowers it down, and it's got written on it. And then LA Knight comes out and he's like, hey, you're a fucking clown and all this stuff. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to fight you right now, but I have an idea. I'm going to go fuck with some of your stuff. So he goes and he's like, give me something on Logan Paul's. He's like walking back there. He's like, give me something. He's like, oh, I have an idea. And he goes to the garage and fucking steals the Prime truck, which was apparently just unlocked, which was really funny.
Yeah.
So
he's just leaving shit unlocked. He left his fucking... Well, no, people let him in the house, but he's basically leaving all of his his luxuries and possessions unattended. So, I mean, like, what did you think was going to happen? Yeah.
But it was really funny. Logan Paul, like, sprints after him, runs out there, and he screams like a little girl. He's like, no! No! So that shit was really funny. Then we had the 2 tag team championship matches.
Bye. See ya.
The women's tag ended in a fucking DQ, and I was so angry. Yeah, bye.
It was ass.
They're trying to... One of the things that Vic Joseph said on NXT and fucking Corey Graves said was, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, I said it right this time, get fucked. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn feel like, oh, they're underutilized or they're, you know, looked over. Yeah, they're fucking looked over because you just made their match in a DQ, bro. And,
yeah,
like, you're booking them terribly. You're booking them terribly. I think they're trying to make them, like, heels, but it doesn't work being heels
It's
because they
hitting.
had an underdog, like, babyface moment in Scotland.
Yeah, it's really not hitting, and honestly, it's like really disappointing. And again, it calls back for me to another like terrible period in WWE where the Kabuki Warriors were women's tag team champions, but it was also around the same time that Asuka was Raw women's champion, and so that kind of took the front seat and the tag titles took a back seat, and they held them for like hundreds of days. And I remember I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw like, I don't know, 200 or however many days as women's tag team champions, and I remember just like seething because I was just like, well, they haven't fucking defended. They defended them like once, and it reminds me of that because it's just there's no credibility behind this team. If anything, their victory was like a fluke, right? Because she pushed someone out of the way and like took advantage of the finishing move that someone gave, and like so that already makes them cheap, which like you're getting cheap heat for that. But now you're like winning matches by DQ, and it's like we haven't really seen them defend the titles,
right?
It was this and then the thing on Great American Bash, right?
Which was like an okay match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like on NXT, it was just like, okay.
But it's like that, and think about how long ago Clash at the Castle was at this point. It was like 2 months ago now. So
I feel like they've always had this problem with the women's tag titles, and it's fucking why, like, Mercedes and Naomi left. It's the reason why, like, and nothing has changed. The booking hasn't changed for these two titles. Like, I thought we were gonna have something strong there when it was Jade and Bianca. Then they lost them, and it's like, okay, so we're back to square one.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like maybe they thought they were built up enough to like give them to someone else, but honestly, like it was still fresh.
Yeah.
It was still fresh, and I feel like you didn't give it enough time to really like, I don't know.
You didn't leave it in the oven long enough.
Exactly. That's a good little analogy.
Yeah. And then the bloodline of the tag champs, I'm not surprised. I think it was kind of
hang on,
where we expected it to go.
I dropped my phone and someone's calling me. Yeah, I'm like not really crazy about this. I think Jade and Bianca need to regain them, and people will be hype about that, and it'll kind of give them some purpose again. And you know, let them hold them for a while because they were actually like having matches. We were talking about the men's tag team too.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jacob Fatu is like shoot injured, then I don't know what they're gonna do there, because didn't Tonga Loa get injured and then the tag team was replaced for the whole...
Yeah, it was Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu after that, and
So,
I think Jacob Fatu, I read a thing that was like, it might have been a fake injury, but if so, he sold it like a motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was fire.
If they hang on to those championships, you know what I could see? I could see Jay and Sammy taking them.
Yeah.
Rather than them taking it from the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that seems to be obviously like Sammy's getting that rematch. We'll talk about that in a bit, but like for the Intercontinental.
Well, if they would have to get traded to SmackDown, right?
I mean, apparently you don't need to get traded anymore to show up.
That's true.
Just showed up.
That's
so
true.
I could see Sammy and Jay being, well, obviously Jay's going to be looped into the whole Bloodline Civil War story, but I think Sammy could get looped into it as well if they do something with the tag titles.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I don't mind them I don't mind it on them.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Jacob Fatu is fucking crazy, so...
He's a freak.
He could help elevate it a little bit, but Yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to see Jay and Sammy win them, or I'm not really sure. I don't really have too many thoughts about the tag titles because they're never really fucking.
The tag division
elevated.
is not great.
Yeah.
Something that we can loop into this discussion though is I know we just talked about like not having people immediately go to another company, but the Lucha Bros aren't planning on renewing their contract, so a lot of people are speculating a move to WWE, which in my opinion I think it works here solely because the tag division is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And I think they are two guys that if they're used correctly they can elevate it. I don't think they need to go to NXT. I think they can hop right up to main roster because they're just at that level. And also, please don't loop them into any storylines where they're part of a Latino only faction.
Yeah, they're only gonna face the LWO or some shit like
please.
Or a Legato, like.
Yeah, we don't need that. They can stand as their own.
Right.
I am about to order.
Okay. Well, since we just talked about the Lucha Bros, let's hop over to AEW. Rampage sucked ass, but the MxM Collection is fun to watch.
Yeah, dude. Two guys that honestly I didn't think they'd take that gimmick outside of WWE.
Me neither, but it works. It works for them. Yeah. I think they're really living their gimmick, and it looks great when they do it. I mean, it's fucking funny. They're like comedic, but then they can also show like, oh, they can fucking hang. And
yeah.
So far the matches they've been on Collision, they've been on Rampage. They've done a great job, and they're great to watch.
Yeah, very fun. I hope they get a better chance than they did over at the Fed.
Yeah. I really have nothing to say about Rampage. It was ass.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say about Collision. I was like,
no.
Collision was great.
Collision was great. Collision, again, one of my favorite shows of the week, as always. It usually stands up.
Saturday. Oh wait, no, we can't sing that
Saturday. Fucking Christian Cage, dude.
Oh my God, this man is evil.
The Patriarchy comes out, and Christian is wearing all 3 belts for the Trios Championships. He's wearing one on his waist, and he's carrying the other 2. And he comes out with the Patriarchy, does a little promo in the ring, and he goes, "What you people need to understand is these are not belts. A belt is something you wear to hold up your pants. These are championships, and people earn championships. And that's why Nick Wayne deserves this championship." So he gives it to him. He's like, "Kid, you're a prodigy. You're great. You're perfect," and all this stuff. And he goes, "Killswitch, you did a great job. You're really stepping it up. You're being exactly what I need you to be. But you did not give birth to a prodigy." And he gives the other title to Mother Wayne.
You too.
And I fucking lost my mind, dude. This was so good.
It was very good. And honestly, I'm surprised I didn't expect this from Christian Cage.
Yeah, it's
like I really gave him the benefit of the doubt and was like, "Oh, he's giving them the championships. That's so sweet." I like honestly, they played me for a fool. And
yeah,
and Killswitch was pissed.
Yeah, he put his hand on Christian, was literally about to attack him, and then House of Black come out, and they're like, they come out with a mic, and they're like, "Hey, what's up? We're gonna take those titles back." And he's like, "How? There's only 2 of you. Who else do you have?" And you go, and they're like, "We have him." Lights go out. Buddy Matthews is back.
Yup.
Hell yeah, brother. That sequence was so cool. I loved it. They did that really well.
It was very good.
Yeah, it was super well timed too. Sometimes when the lights go out, they, I feel like the timing's a little off sometimes, but lights went out, he's fucking appeared in the middle of the ring. This was fire. It was so good.
Yeah.
So, Patriarchy runs away, they leave, and, that's going to be their feud, their next feud, it seems, which I really enjoy.
It's going to be All In?
That would be sick. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it too.
Yeah.
Do you think they come out of it alive, unscathed?
Patriarchy?
Yeah.
If they do, again, I wouldn't be mad. I think it would help. You know, we talk about title elevation. I think it would elevate the trios titles a little bit. And not that Bang Bang Gang didn't, but it was a little silly because they had 9 belts and they put on good matches. But I feel like, you know, it was just like, oh, there's titles, you know. But now that they're split up again, like the titles are split up again,
Yep.
I feel like it'll give this a little bit more weight if they do win. And, you know, House of Black and Patriarchy, I'm sure they're going to put on a fucking banger. You know, like, Christian can hang, Nick Wayne can hang, he's Killswitch, he's a powerhouse, he can fucking...
I think it's going to give a lot of credibility to Killswitch, too. It's almost going to be like... It's like that situation earlier this year when, you know, Adam Copeland beat him for the TNT Championship, and then Killswitch was going to cash in, and then we almost saw it, and then Christian had him, like, at his mercy.
Yeah. Unless what happens is they lose because this is when we get the Killswitch turn.
I would love that. Finally turn on him. Change his name back to Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
Also, I thought it was funny when Christian was like, Killswitch, you are my finisher.
Yeah. It was so
and
good.
you've done just that.
I mean, we're definitely going to get the Killswitch turn soon, so this could be a good opportunity for that, and then Christian, like, feuds with Killswitch or some shit like that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or he has Nick Wayne do it. I guess that would make more sense.
Or he has Mother Wayne do it.
Oh, my God.
Mother Wayne!
Mother Wayne! Nigel McGuinness was on Chris Van Vliet's show this week, and that was a really good interview. And he did some very crazy magic, which was fun. I didn't know he was a magician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's multi-talented, and he's also training.
Yes, confirmed.
He's been training for 18 months.
He's like, yeah, I've been training in the ring. Yeah, we're gonna get it.
So nonchalant, dude.
You predicted this.
I did. I spoke this into existence, even though he's been training long before that.
On the topic of podcasts as well, did you see that Undertaker wants to have one more match?
Really?
He does. I had the same reaction.
Bro, that man
really.
That man can barely walk.
I know.
Did you see the Undertaker documentary years ago?
Oh yeah, Last Ride. Yeah, I saw
about
that.
his Mania match with AJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a perfect place to leave it.
Yeah, but
it was killer. He was badass. He cannot walk. He literally got his hip replaced, dog.
He wants to have it in front of a crowd, man. But it's weird because on another thing, he was like, yeah, WrestleMania gave me closure, finally. But, like, if WrestleMania gave you closure, why do you still have the itch for one more, you know? Like,
yeah, also, if you do that and it doesn't go well, then that just reopens that wound, and then you're going to need closure again. Not
that we should be talking shit about The Undertaker. The man's a legend. We're not wrestlers, but it's just like, you know.
It doesn't make sense based on, like, how he is towards the whole situation.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a complicated. Brains are wacky. He's probably still feeling conflicted, even though he thought he felt closure. Who knows? If he wants one more match and he thinks he can do it, then whatever. But hopefully
who would it be?
I have no idea. He doesn't have any idea, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't even think of who it would be against. Like, I can't think of anyone now that's like at his level.
I can't imagine, like, being in that situation, though. Like, it is very complex because you were a wrestler for literal decades. You had an absolutely legendary career.
Right.
It's all you lived for, essentially. And now you're sitting there, you know, at home. Like, he's still got the one-man show and he's got his podcast and stuff, but, like, it's certainly not the same. You know, all the adrenaline, being in front of the crowd, touching people, like, emotionally like that. Like, I'm sure it is a very complex situation, so, you know, if the man wants to have one more match and he thinks he can, then go for it. But also, like, you know, be careful. I don't want to see you, like, die in the ring.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Every match he's had from, like, I don't know, like 2018 on has not been good.
Yeah.
for lack of a better term.
Right.
Do what your heart desires. I mean, I'll like be invested.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid that it will not go over well.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that, if it even does happen. More about Collision. Fucking Mariah May, dude.
Mariah May.
Mariah May. Mommy Mariah May, they call her.
They call her Triple M.
She came out, and she goes to sit at the commentary booth, and Tony Schiavone's like, oh my god, here we go. And Nigel's freaking out. He's like, yes, Mariah May's coming here. And, you know, Tony's saying a bunch of stuff, and Mariah goes, can I speak now, bitch? Can I speak now? And she just keeps saying it. And that shit was so funny. And he's like, whoa.
You know what's crazy?
Like, yeah.
She could talk to me like that.
Oh my god.
I folded.
Rip me in half.
I folded, and she wasn't even like
talking to you.
She wasn't even talking.
She doesn't
to me,
even know you exist.
I said, yep. Yeah, Brian, you can totally speak. Yep.
Please speak. Please speak. Please speak.
Please speak. Oh.
And then Tony came out. She was about to go to the ring, and she fucking turned away and started attacking Mariah. She's heartbroken. She's torn. That match, I'm the most invested for All In for that match still. Tony and Mariah May, bro.
Is Tony Storm getting more and more disheveled looking as the weeks go on?
Yes, absolutely. She came out and she looked like a mess, which is great. It's so great scary. Character work.
It's like the makeup, the hair, the the ring gear, everything is like so disheveled.
The love of her life turned on her, and she's heartbroken, and she's losing her mind over it.
Still trying to figure out what that whole dynamic was between them. What were they?
You know.
No, I don't.
Lovers.
Yeah.
But not. very, very close friends.
Yeah, they just really like hanging out with each other.
And then the last development is Jeff Jarrett and Bryan Danielson tonight, actually. Wednesday, we're recording this on, is going to be a no rules fucking, what is it? Texas deathmatch? Texas
probably
something.
I don't know. It's just no DQs.
No DQ, no rules, so it should be good.
Yeah, dude. That whole video package for Danielson was awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely has me like more hooked on him than I originally was.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see him kick Jeff Jarrett's head in.
I stand by the fact that I really think Danielson should lose at All In. I think it would truly be a good, like, last match for Danielson. But I have a feeling TK is gonna make him win, and it makes me sad.
He's gonna give them the belts.
I know.
I think that's just how it's gonna go.
I know.
But I think the whole thing with that is, if he does get it, he's probably not gonna hold it too long.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll see. Do you have anything else from Collision you want to cover?
Thunder Rosa and Deonna.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we had Thunder Rosa, going over on Collision, as she has been. Deonna Purrazzo comes out after, taunting her. She's like, I'm better than you because I've basically beat you. I think she's won all 3 of their matches so far.
Yeah.
And Thunder Rosa was like, okay, bitch, you know what? Next week on Collision, you and me, Texas Bull Rope match.
Yeah. That is going to go
I'll be psyched
so
for.
hard.
These two both are like hardcore, like they've been in hardcore type matches.
Yeah.
Deonna did it a lot in TNA.
And their street fight that they had a few weeks ago, that shit was fire. It was so good. The ending was a little iffy for me, but the match itself, they put on a great show, and it's really fun to watch them in these like stipulation matches. Even the lumberjack match, like, I'm not really a huge fan of lumberjack matches. I think they're kind of silly.
Yeah, I could care less.
But even that match was like really good.
Yeah.
It's just the ending again, was a little iffy, but I'm really excited for their feud to keep building. I'm glad to see Thunder Rosa being shown in a feud again and not just jobber squash matches
she needs to be back up at that level.
Yeah, and I think this is really going to elevate both of them, because I feel like Deanna for a little bit too was in the same boat where she was just being put in these random matches, but the story with Thunder I think is going pretty well, and I hope Thunder goes over in the bull rope match, and we continue to see this elevate. Maybe they'll have a match at All In as well or something. But though I feel like if they had a match at All In, it'd probably just be on the pre-show, which sucks. But
I was thinking the exact thing.
Yeah,
that does suck. That sucks that we have that thought.
Yeah, we shouldn't even have that thought.
But
it is what it is.
Unfortunately, that's how they're presented.
They got a lot of shit to shove in there, even though the pay-per-view is going to be 6 hours long.
The good part is, though, it'll be in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm not going to complain about that.
I also will not. Let's hop over back to WWE.
Wait!
Talk about... Go ahead.
I'm going in the bakery.
You son of a bitch.
Monday Night Raw!
Monday,
Mufussy.
Yes.
It must be Monday.
It must be Monday because of Monday Night Raw?
Yeah.
It's Monday, and you know what that means. WWE Monday Night Raw.
WWE Dynamite!
My favorite show. Gunther looks damn good with the belt, bro.
He's suited up. He's belted up.
Yeah.
And you know what? He does look damn good. He looks
damn good.
He just looks good in general, but with a belt,
it fits him.
He just, him with a championship just looks correct.
Yeah, it does. We're finally gonna get Randy Gunther 2.
It's true. And that's another thing we spoke into existence.
We did. I mean, not really. We were just
we're not the only ones.
The timing works. I think it makes sense. Give Gunther the title, and then Randy has the rematch for the title. It makes sense.
There's your excuse, and you get a good match out of it too.
Yeah. So seemingly that's probably going to be the main event at Bash at Berlin. Gunther's probably gonna win it. Crowd's gonna go crazy. It's gonna be fire, but it's gonna be a good match, I'm sure, and I'm really excited for it. Gunther with that belt, I think he's gonna do great things for that belt, and I think it's gonna be a banger match, so I'm really excited for that. Ludwig Kaiser had a match with Sheamus. I thought this match was also very good. There was a point in this match when Ludwig tried to do the 10 beats of the Bodhrán or whatever to Sheamus. Sheamus caught his arm, and Ludwig's face was the funniest shit I've ever seen, dude.
He seems like a pretty bland guy, but he's very good at selling.
Yeah, and his faces that he makes, he's really, really good at showing the emotion for the whatever's happening.
Yeah, I definitely like them to build up Ludwig Kaiser a little bit more, because I think they were trying to, and then he got injured.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were kind of trying to make him feel more serious. So
trying to build him to be more than just Gunther's lackey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had Pete Dunne come out again, but this time he missed Sheamus. Sheamus dodged it. So
why is he still on Raw while this NXT thing is going on?
Because why not? That's why he's shrugging, 2 feuds.
Yeah.
It's weird because it doesn't not fit. It fits fine, I think. It doesn't feel... I think it's just because we watch both, so it's okay, what's he doing? But I think his reasoning fits too, because he's just why not? He shrugs, and it's funny. I don't hate it. I think a match with Pete Dunne and Sheamus would go hard. Pete Dunne is really great to watch. And actually, let's hop over to NXT. Pete Dunne pinned Trick clean.
Yeah, it's true.
So
which I did not expect.
Yeah, me neither. and then Trick attacked him afterwards. So like he's in these two feuds, and he's looking strong in both of them. So they're pushing Pete Dunne a lot.
Yeah, which is good. He, again, former like UK champion. I think if anything, he could be like NXT champion again, or Intercontinental.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of. I think he'll probably lose this feud with Sheamus, though.
Probably.
I don't see, because if he's winning the other one, or if he's winning both, that's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm here for it though.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Pete Dunne going on here. Let's talk about the Judgment Day. We have the new Judgment Day and the Terror Twins, if you will. So,
yep.
Judgment Day, they did a callback to a year ago when Damian had Money in the Bank, and he came out and interrupted Seth versus Finn. So Finn was holding on to all of that rage for a year, and we had that little long-term storytelling, and he's like, you know, you fucked my matchup, so I've held on to that forever, watched you be successful. And then he was like, and you didn't even want JD in the Judgment Day, so that's why he's mad at you. And he's like, the group we got now, like, we're family, and you guys suck.
And you know what? It does make sense.
It does. It does.
It makes a lot of sense, and I like the new Judgment Day, if we're calling it that,
yeah.
Or just Judgment Day as it is now.
Yeah, just Judgment Day.
I think it works a lot better because, at least before, you kind of liked Rhea, you kind of liked Damian the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe not Damian so much, but now you like it's just these are the members of the Judgment Day that you wanted to hate,
right?
More or less.
Yeah.
Finn does great work as a heel, so
yeah.
It's really good to see him there. Obviously, Dom and Liv is just fucking atrocious. They are fucking leaning into it. It makes me nervous, dog. It makes me nervous how much they're committing to it.
Yeah.
And then the JD, obviously, no one wanted them there. And then Carlito's just there.
Yeah, Carlito's just hanging out. But it's like...
And you know what? For some reason, it fucking works, man.
Yeah, everyone, former, like, Rhea and Damian, like, everyone related to the Judgment Day story right now looks strong as hell. And it's, like, a good story, and like, this whole feud, and it just... You know, we've seen the Judgment Day grow from nothing. Thank you, Edge. Like,
hashtag thank you.
It's crazy. Like, you think back to it, Edge's idea of picking out these select people and wanting to elevate them fucking worked. And Edge is not there anymore, and he had all these ideas for Judgment Day, and it's like, he left AEW, and, you know, he got kicked out of Judgment Day, like, way earlier than any of them wanted, but it all turned out good, and it worked, and everyone looks strong.
Yeah, I remember being really confused when Edge got kicked out of that, because I was like, what the fuck was the point then? But you know what? It paid off, so I don't have too many complaints. Like, and the Terror Twins, I love that, and we kind of knew that would happen. And
yeah.
Damian and Rhea are like brother and sister to me. They've been like besties since the fucking beginning, like NXT days. So like, it just makes sense.
Right.
Like, I don't know. And also, the crowd was so behind Damian.
Yeah.
During his segment on Raw, which I loved.
Yeah,
so much.
I did too. Him losing the title and his documentary, it fucking elevated him. And it really did. And he is very over. He's where he should be. Like I love it. Like, everyone looks strong in this. There was a really funny moment when, after Damian's match with JD, everyone's getting, you know, they're ganging up on him, and you know, Dom, Liv, JD, Finn, they're beating the shit out of Damian. Damian fights back. Like, they didn't just make him get the shit kicked out of him. He fights back, takes out 3 of them, and then Rhea comes out, and Dom and Liv are just like, oh, fuck, and they go to run. Rhea grabs a hold of Liv, smashes her into the ring post, goes to put her through the commentary table. Dom snatches her, and then they run through the crowd, and Rhea's there, you know, in a pissed off, like, mess. And then they beat the shit out of JD. We get a crazy South of Heaven, and, you know, they are victorious. They put their hands up, and like I said, this shit is gold. Everyone looks great here, and I'm loving it. It's not getting old.
Both major factions on Raw and SmackDown imploding, and there's some pretty good stories. Well, we'll see how SmackDown goes, but yeah, you know, presumably it's going to be pretty good on SmackDown too. Yeah,
Roman is confirmed going to be on SmackDown on Friday, which is so hype. His entrance when he comes out, dude, that crowd is going to be nutty.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be insane. And I cannot fucking wait. It's going to be... I would fully expect some surprises to happen on SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree. We had Drew and CM Punk. You know, their feud is continuing. But first we had CM Punk come out talking about being in Baltimore and just like all this stuff. And then Seth comes out and they stare at each other. Seth
like, is pissed.
Yeah, Seth is pissed. They're like about to fight. Then Drew comes out from the crowd and he's talking all this stuff. CM Punk and Seth are just staring at each other, and he goes, "Oh, I know what'll get you to break." And he holds up the wrist and he's like, "Look what I got." He's wearing the bracelet. CM Punk, he like goes to like hold it back, and then he fucking sprints into the crowd, grabs a chair, and chases Drew out of the building.
That bracelet fucking beckons him.
Yeah, it really, he's pissed. He's pissed about it still. So
I guess we really just can't make a new one, can we?
No, you need that one. It's from a fan, and it's got his wife and his dog's name on it. So, and then
what about like your wedding band? You know, like, what about that?
Not important.
I don't know. Like, what about, like, fucking your dog's collar?
No.
Why?
Bracelet.
Why?
Sentimental value, Galeer. You just don't understand. Well, you don't have a wife and dog.
This segment was all right, kind of what we expected because we knew things didn't end. But I think we gotta really talk about what happened after, dude, because this is our guy. This is our mascot.
They run out, and Seth is standing there. He's like, "Damn it, I can't fight either of them." And then Big Bronson Reed attacks him.
Oh my god, this man absolutely fucking obliterates Seth Rollins.
He did like hits the tsunamis.
Hits the tsunami 6 fucking times on him. Every time he does it and you think he's done, he goes back up and like man, I love when there's 2 moments. There was 2 moments where he thought he would be done, but then he goes back in again and does it again. Dude. And it popped the crowd so much.
Yeah, it really did.
And it's crazy because he didn't like do anything really significant. He's just a big dude, and that move hurts. And you only see him ever do it once, and then all of a sudden he's going up a 3rd time, and people are like, "What the hell? How is Seth taking this?"
Yeah.
Apparently, all you need to do on Monday Night Raw to get anybody's attention is just fucking be big and hurt people, fucking kill them, I guess.
It's so
same
funny.
Thing happened with, I think, I put this above Braun, like, in terms of, like, getting over or getting someone's attention. Like,
yeah.
Bronson Reed, he takes the cake, man.
I showed this segment to Nick yesterday. I was like, "Bro, you gotta watch this." And he goes, "Who's that?" I was like, "That's Big Bronson Reed." And he goes, "Who's he with?" And I said, "No one. He's just him." He's just, it's so funny because it feels like he's just inserted. Like, if they feel like there's a small plot hole somewhere or like a small hole that needs to be filled in, put Big Bronson Reed in there and it fills it in. And it's so funny. It's like, why is he attacking Seth? Just because he wants to show that he's big.
He's making a
and
statement.
He's making a statement. Yeah, but it's working, and it's like, I'm Big Bronson Reed.
Yeah, dude, and like that's our Intercontinental. That's him right there. That's the real one.
Give me a match with him and Braun, bro.
Hey, yeah, I mean, but right now this is good because it can tide Seth over a little bit.
Yeah. I took out Seth Rollins. I deserve the Intercontinental.
Oh, I deserve the Intercontinental Championship because I slapped my belly on Seth Rollins, the visionary.
The revolutionary. Yeah, so that's fucking crazy. Big Bronson Reed is wrecking shop
Bronson
here. Oh my god. We should have Big Bronson Reed on the podcast.
I think we could do it.
Email us at dropkickthecommute@gmail.com.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we fixed it.
Yeah, we did. Kind of. Chad Gable and the Creed brothers are officially dubbed as American Made.
Yeah, why are we being American?
America!
What is with wrestling and we're going back to like the America era?
America!
Oh, got it. Right.
Yeah, America. Their match with the Wyatt Six absolutely cooked. I don't think anyone expected anything less. Wyatt Six really good to see in the ring. As they're wrestling, Michael Cole was kind of filling in who they are for people that don't know. So he's like, "Oh, Dexter Lumis, dubbed as blah blah blah," and like all this stuff.
Right.
Their entrance was crazy. Their match itself was crazy. It was good to see them in the ring. I loved it. I'm curious as to where the Wyatt Six story is going to go. The feud with Chad works for now. I'm hoping that it has a good payoff.
It's gotta end somewhere.
Yeah. But it's good. I love the Wyatt Six. I think the stuff we've been getting from them is really great, and I'm excited. And then the last thing about Monday Night Raw, you spoke Odyssey Jones into existence.
It's true. He say his name and he appears. I believe in Odyssey Jones, I suppose. He's in we were just talking about how he got drafted and then where the fuck did he go?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How it happens in wrestling. We're saying about Camille, we're saying it about a few other people.
Call us. Trips listens to Dropkick the Commute.
I'm convinced. Yeah.
It's true.
I'm convinced that's it. And so now he's like tagging with the New Day. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems he's going to be the powerhouse for the New Day. However, Xavier Woods was like, "Oh, you guys are friends?" Like Kofi didn't really talk to him about it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want Odyssey Jones here." So,
is he a little jealous?
Is Odyssey Jones joining the New Day, and is Xavier Woods gonna join the Final Testament?
Oh God, please. Do not. I cannot have that.
No. Wait.
No. Xavier Woods, if New Day dissolved, Xavier Woods would be fine as a singles wrestler.
Yeah, and so would Kofi. I think both of them would. But yeah, I'm hoping it's just a situation where like Xavier Woods is like, "Oh, I don't know about this guy. I'm not sure." But then, he joins, we get like a good moment, and then they're officially dubbed like, "Oh, New Day" or something like that, We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then, oh boy. Quickly, let's cover Great American Bash, night 2.
Oh boy.
Kalani Jordan successfully defended. I don't have too much to say about this match. It was good. She successfully defended. Cool. It was great. Joe Hendry has the Performance Center in a fucking chokehold, dude.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
I've never seen a guy from outside WWE just fucking. He's got him,
dude. Every single person in that arena was singing a song, wave their hands up, side to side to say. And yeah, it was insane. This match was crazy. We got a fun little dive right at the beginning. The lights were still out, and he jumped over the top rope, landed on Gallus. And later in the match, he pulled an Eddie Guerrero against Joe Coffey, or not against Joe Coffey, one of the other members of Gallus. He grabbed a chair, threw it at him. The guy caught it, and he jumped back first onto the table and was like, and the ref was like, "The fuck are you doing? You're out of here." And
which they should have gotten disqualified for if we're being logistical here, but that's okay.
Technically, they should have, but yeah, whatever. It was a fun spot. It was a good spot, and it made me happy inside. Joe Hendry is so fucking over in the world of wrestling right now. He could show up in any company, and they would freak out.
Yeah, he's international right now. He's worldwide. Fucking. It always psychs me up when he, like, gets serious and, like, gets angry, because he seems like such a chill guy and just, like, a happy guy. So then when he goes into, like, fight mode, I'm like, whoa, this is a different, like, side of him.
Yeah. But I think that just shows his talent, like, he can cook.
Very talented.
He can cook.
He sure can.
Ethan Page successfully defended the NXT championship, and when he came out, dude, the crowd was chanting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for it was going ego, and they were going 1, 2, 3, and so good. Fucking Booker T was like, "Oh, I love this song, man." And
Booker T is not right.
He's cooked in the brain, and Vic Joseph was like, "I don't care if you love this song. Let me talk." It was so funny.
Not a good song.
Not a good song. But that
there's
match
no way
was good.
Ethan Page likes that song either.
Yeah, I refuse to believe it. It's trash, absolute trash. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about the biggest moment of the night, Galeer. I'll let you take the reins.
Oh, my heart is aching. I was so excited for this match. I forgot it was even happening. MSK, Zach Wentz, and Wesley versus Frazier and Axiom. And this was huge because you really thought MSK was going to take the W, with everything going on with Axiom and Frazier. You really thought they were going to break up. And again, they did have their moments in the match where they were just not coordinated and kept accidentally hitting each other. And for every moment they had of like, oh, they're going to lose the titles, they came back with a moment that like, solidified that like, oh, they're not going anywhere just yet. Axiom hitting the golden ratio. They get 1, 2, 3 tag team victory for the champs, and a very emotional loss for the Rascals. They were all, something I really love about the Rascals is like how emotional they are as performers. Like, just in the ring, in their promos, they're very, like, they were crying after the match, and it was like, it felt like you felt for them, and they all hugged, and Wesley particularly was really like upset about it, and they're just trying to console him. They're hugging him. They're like, this ain't it. We're gonna bounce back. It's not gonna take, we're gonna fucking keep trying for it. And then Trey Miguel kind of separates from the group, and Wesley and Zach are still hugging. And then Wesley super kicks Trey Miguel, knocks him to the ground.
Yup.
Performance Center's going crazy. And Zach Wentz goes, "Why would you do that? Why?" Like he's like fucking fuming. He's like still like kind of crying. Wesley kicks him in the nuts, knocks him down. And Wesley, this is a side of Wesley that we have never seen before, and he's in his villain arc. He just broke up the Rascals MSK wet dream that we had been anticipating since this whole TNA thing started.
Yeah. And I certainly was not expecting it. Very unexpected.
I wasn't either. And actually, like, genuinely, this is like, my heart is broken. It's crazy. Like,
I'm not
this
that attached because I didn't watch them, before this, but it got me to like I was focused, like I was working and I had it on the side, but I fucking looked over with my mouth open and I was like, huh? And
dude, holy shit chants and everything. Like, the crowd was shocked.
Yeah, and he's screaming, you left me behind, and like all this stuff.
If we're being real, I'm pretty sure he got released, but that's besides the point.
No, he left him.
Oh man, but this is very sad news. So now Wesley's in his villain arc, and I don't know where we go from here, dude.
Yeah, I will say, even though they broke up, it's adding more layers to TNA and NXT stories,
That's true.
These are two TNA guys and Wes Lee, and the story is deep now. It's real deep, so it's like really cementing the partnership.
Yeah, now it's more stuff that's like, oh, gotta go find out, see if anything happens on TNA.
Right, it's getting you to watch.
Yeah, it really is.
So, very, very good stuff. Lots of wrestling, but we got AEW Dynamite tonight. We've got Smackdown on Friday. And we're less than a month away from Bash in Berlin and All In.
Crazy. Oh,
Time's
yeah, those
flying.
are in the same week.
Yeah, time is flying. And then a week after is All Out.
Oh, my goodness. There's so many.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Are you ready for your gift?
I am. I'm so excited. What's it gonna be? Tell me.
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Give me a hint.
No.
What the heck?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's something that we both like a lot.
Wrestling?
I got you wrestling.
You bought me AEW?
I bought you a single wrestling.
You bought me AEW. The whole company. You purchased it for me. I'm the owner of AEW now.
Yeah, now you're responsible for it. Have fun.
Oh, no. That's too much stress. Hell yeah, brother. This was a good, long, beefy episode. Thank you for joining me, MrGaleer. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, give us money if you'd like, comment, share.
Money!
Tell all your friends. Spread us around.
It's true. Spread us around, and spread us around like fine, like cheese on a cracker, or like some peanut butter on some toast.
Yes, or peanut butter on a cracker, even.
Or peanut butter on a cracker. It's true. You could really put anything on a cracker.
Yeah, it's true.
Ranch dressing on a cracker.
Well, hold on. You're not a little crazy.
All right, sorry. I'm out of line.
I'm gonna put a conclusion on a cracker. Beep beep.
Wow. Oh, that was good.
Dropkick the commute, shining bright in the night. Join the conversation.